So I'm going to be washing my hands, making sure it's nice and clean and disinfected. My name is Kumar.
Good morning, Kumar.
And your name, sir?
Marshall.
And how old are you, sir?
54.
Okay, thank you very much. Can I have permission to examine you?
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you very much, sir. So our test today is going to be examining your shoulder, and we're going to be looking for various signs and symptoms of shoulder pathology. So the first thing I want you to do is to walk, and when you're walking, I'm going to be looking for asymmetrical shoulders, asymmetrical scapulars. I'm looking to see if there's signs of scoliosis, scapular winging, muscle wasting. But most importantly, while you're walking, we're looking for biomechanical assessment. Are you walking with an antalgic gait? Are you walking unequally because you have a short leg? Do you have any other foot problems that could be causing you to be walking abnormal? So I want you to walk for me at a slow medium pace, and I'll be assessing you while you're walking. Thank you, sir. Towards the plant. So looking for shoulder asymmetry, scapular winging, scoliosis, and any abnormalities of the upper torso. You can have a seat for me, sir. So I'll take a small little history from you. Have you had any broken bones from the time you've been born till now that you know of?
No.
Have you had any dislocations?
No.
Have you had any major surgical procedures to any part of your body?
No.
Do you take any medication for anything?
No.
Do you take any vitamins?
No.
Have you had any major car accidents or sporting injuries?
No.
Okay, thank you, sir. So the first thing I want to do is just to palpate and examine the shoulder, and we're looking for muscle wasting, scars, bumps, bruises, contusions, signs of infections, signs of tumors. Okay? If you feel any pain when I'm doing this, you let me know. Alright? So examining the shoulder, always you've got to start examining the neck. And I'm just doing a gentle motion palpation. And by feeling and examining the neck, the shoulder always has an abnormal link to it. So when we examine the neck, shoulder region, pectoralis region, we just look for any signs of scars, tissues, surgical scars, anything abnormal, muscle wasting, atrophy that we can cause as a problem for the shoulder. And the next thing that we want to do is just palpate all the various structures of the shoulder, the biceps groove, greater trochanter, greater tuberosity, the lesser tuberosity, the scapula, everything done bilaterally. We're looking at the SC joint, the AC joint, and any signs of muscle wasting. So the next thing we want to do is check your dermatomes, and your dermatomes are in the levels of C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7, C8, T1, the level of the first rib, T3, T4 at the level of the nipple, and at each dermatomal level we'll check hot and cold and sharp and blunt. The next thing I want to check for you is your reflexes. And the first reflex I want to check is your biceps reflex, which is C5, C6. And then I want to check your triceps reflex, which is C7, T1. And then I want to check your brachioradialis reflex, which is C5, C6. And we do all tests right and left. We're always comparing right and left to make sure we can see any abnormalities. The next that I want to check for you is your myotomes. So first I want to examine your shoulders. So I want you just to pick your shoulders up for me. Shoulder shrug. That's a trapezius, C4, and relax for me. And then I want to check for it's all myotome examinations. I want to check, you just move your shoulder forward, sir. That is flexion. Move it backwards. Extension. Move it upwards. Abduction. Move it down. Adduction. Excellent. And then I want you to move it outwards. That's external rotation. Inwards. Internal rotation. Excellent. Move it towards you. Flexion. Move it outwards. Extension. And then I want you just to grip for me. Checking grip strength. Fingers together. Thank you, sir. And then the monkey grip. Excellent. Then we're going to check wrist flexion. You move it in. Thank you. Wrist extension. Out. Radial deviation. Ulnar deviation. And then supination and pronation. Excellent. In all these tests we do right and left. The next set of tests I want you to do is you stand up for me. We're going to check active range of motion, and we want you to check the painful arc. So I want you to move up and down, looking for any pain between 60 and 120 degrees. Then we're going to flexion, then we're going to extension, and then we're going into abduction, adduction, external rotation, internal rotation. Any pain doing that, sir?
No.
No. You can have a seat for me now. Now we're going to do a special test for your shoulder. We're going to check for Hock and Kennedy, which is impingement test. You're going to move your elbow down, up, sorry, and you're going to see any pain in this position. There's no pain, there's no shoulder impingement. The next is the empty can test. You're going to move it up, sir, and that's for rotator cuff tendonitis. And then we're going to check for biceps tendonitis. You move it up, sir, and we're looking for any pain. Always testing bilaterally. The next test we're going to check is for dislocations of the shoulder. I want you to lie on your back, sir. Alright. And breathe, hand your arm in a relaxed position. Anterior draw test of anterior dislocation. And then we're going to do the Salker sign for inferior dislocation. And then we're going to do the fulcrum test, posterior dislocation. And while the patient is relaxed, we're also going to check the SC joint, the AC joint for any abnormalities. And we're also going to bring the patient to sit up for me in this position. And the last bit of advice I can give you, sir, is that look at all your tests. You don't have any abnormalities of your shoulder or of your neck. My best advice is if you can just have an interview or appointment with a personal trainer, and they can assess you what you need. But looking from my point of view, you are APGARD, you are cleared to go to the gym, do some strength and conditioning testing. Thank you so much for your time. I want you to have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.